On Jeovannis Barraza on ESPN, the undefeated welterweight Giovani Santillan. Giovanni, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you.
We're a few days out from this fight on Saturday night against Barraza. How you feeling? How'd camp go?
Great. We've had a pretty long camp. We've been training, up with Robert Garcia in Riverside since like January, and we're helping out with Jose Ramirez for his fight. And but it's been a great camp. A lot of sparring, a lot of hard work. So we're ready.
What's that like? Obviously, Jose Ramirez, former world champion, just in a great fight a couple weeks ago. What's that like? When you're surrounded by nothing but top-notch world title challengers, world champions. How much does that bring your game up?
It brings it up a lot. It inspires me, motivates me, and just to be surrounded by that, I feel like it really elevates my level and brings me up.
Jeovannis Barraza, 23-2, seems to be a tough guy in there. 15 knockouts from Colombia. What's the scouting report on Barraza?
He seems like he'd be a good fighter. I saw some tape on him against a couple of southpaws. Durable guy. Can moves a lot. It seems he keeps a high guard. So I think we have a good game plan on what I want to do for my performance on Saturday.
You see, I guess you saw the fight, his last fight with Alexis Rocha, who was actually our guest last week. What did you take out of that fight? Guy like Rocha? I mean, I'm not saying you guys are kind of knocking on the door to get into contendership. You see that as a similar type of guy who he last fought than as well as you are?
Exactly. When I noticed his Rocha put on, pressure the whole fight. And my last two performances, that's the type of way that I fought. So I think that we have the perfect game plan on what to do, with this guy.
Well, 28-0 now. Obviously, you have a big record coming off a 10-round unanimous decision over Angel Ruiz, where you won 10-0, 10-0, and 9-1. See some McCullough, tough veteran before that, the former world champion Antonio DeMarco. You feel that you're getting close to that significant fight that's going to kind of put you in to the next level of contendership?
Yeah, exactly. I think, this being my first fight of the year will set the tone for what's going to come this year. And I'm hoping this year that we'll get that chance to get that big fight to get me up there.
Is there any names? I know you're not looking past this fight on Saturday night, but you don't even have to mention it. Are there a couple guys in the back of your mind say, you know what, this could be the good fight for me?
Absolutely. I have people in my head that I've been thinking about, and I'm just waiting to get this win on Saturday. And I'm not usually the type of guy to call anybody out, but I feel like that's what I'm going to have to do in order to get those big fights.
So should you get your hand raised on Saturday night, we may hear a name come out of your mouth that you want next.
Exactly. So stay tuned, tune in, and watch the fight.
What talking down the welterweight division, we talked about Rocha and some of these other guys knocking on the door, the top of the division next week. There'll be some more clarity on that. I mean, even though it's not your fight, but you're a fight fan. Who do you like, Spencer Ugas?
I think it's going to be a very interesting fight. Ugas looked great against Pacquiao, and I think he's proven that he knows what to do against southpaws. So that's going to be a good one. I know it's going to be a lot of action. I think they're both going to come and stay pretty much in the center of the ring and just battle it out.
Does Giovani Santillan have a pick on that?
I don't. I really don't know who's gonna take that. I think it's just who shows up that night.
Speaking of action fights, the last few fights that you've been in, you were in some good action fights, even though you won in shutout fashion, basically. You took two, you gave out four, but, you're a guy, you like to mix it up. Is that, being a TV-friendly fighter, how important is that for you?
It's huge. The fans want to see, good, exciting fights, and that's what I'm here to do. Obviously, I'm not there to take as much damage as possible, right? I want to hand out the damage, but in the process, sometimes we're going to take a couple, and I've proven that I can take a punch, and I'll dish out. Like you said, they may hit me with two, but I'll hit them with six. I'll hit them with 8.
What in terms of, like you said, this is your first fight of the year. In a perfect world, how many fights would you like to have in 2022?
I think minimum 3. If I can do 4, then let's do it.
Do you see again? I don't like to ask these questions, but these are questions we have. Do you see the next fight possibly being one of those NABO, NABF, USBA kind of fights that's going to solidify yourself into the rankings?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the next one. That's why as soon as this fight is over, I'm not looking past this fighter. Absolutely not doing that. But the plan is to get right back in the gym and prepare because I know something big is coming.
So you know something big. Something. Have you, again, without reviewing anything, is that I mean, has whether it's the promotion or split T or whatever, have they set out basically a game plan for you in terms of what the next fight could be?
Well, I think right now the thing is they've been keeping me active. I was able to fight twice last year, starting off already in April. So it's more of me, just a feeling I get. I know that with my performance, I'm going to show that I need those fights, that I deserve those fights. And I don't think that there's any question about it that I'm going to get those fights this year.
How much has the awareness about you has grown fighting on this big ESPN platform that Top Rank has?
Yeah, I think people are starting to take notice. But I still want that bigger fight that's going to really give me that jump.
Have like your followers and everything that has been growing since you've been on fighting on ESPN?
Yeah, definitely. It's been going a bit. But, we want to get up there. I'm 30 years old now and I'm ready. I'm ready to take that leap.
Costa Mesa, California was the fight. How far is that from San Diego?
I think about just over an hour, like about a little bit over an hour, depending on traffic, but it's not too far. So I think I have a good amount of people that are going to be coming from San Diego to come watch.
And speaking of San Diego, the last fight was in San Diego, and it definitely came through the television. You definitely had a real good cheering section there for you. How much did it mean to you to fight, a big televised fight in front of the home folks in San Diego?
That was great. I mean, I don't think there's anything like it. When you can fight in your city in front of your people, and they show up, and then you go out there and give a good performance. That's what it's all about. And I'm hoping that we get more opportunities like that in the future. If I can get another one this year, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I think the last couple of fights there, I think the Chocolatito fight was there, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, and the fight, the card that you guys were on, that was I'm trying to think the main event. That was Pedraza, not Pedraza. What's that?
No, no,
Navarrete. They drew two decent crowds there, and reading some of the people reports from the people there, San Diego might be a kind of an untapped boxing area. You feel that way?
yeah, exactly. I think we've seen it, on that show and on the show that I was on. I think San Diego has a crowd or a lot of boxing fans, and we also have Tijuana right across the border. So I think a lot of people cross over and come watch as well.
Yeah, I mean, you see, I mean, I know you dream about different things at different points in your life. You think a big fight with Giovani Santillan in the main event is that could that be a reality? Hopefully soon.
Yeah, I would love for that to happen this year. A main event here in San Diego, that'd be amazing. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Was it distracting at all? Uncles and cousins coming out of the woodwork looking for tickets the week of the fight.
To be honest, no. I try to just tunnel vision. I know that they're all going to be there, but I don't even think about that at the end of the day. I'm just thinking about my fight, and what we got to do in the ring, because that's the only thing that matters in the moment. So I put that all aside, and then I'll talk to everybody after the fight.
Being with Robert Garcia, what's he mean to you? And I know I kind of asked you before, being in that gym and the world title experience, both as a fighter and as a trainer for Robert Garcia. How much comforting is that for you? Should times get tough in the ring?
He's always got good advice. For me, always giving me good instructions. When I'm in the ring, during sparring sessions, during training. So that's been so much to me. It's meant so much to me. And also seeing guys like Jose Ramirez, and some of these other guys give great performances. It lets me it feels lights a fire in me. I'm like, man, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. And you see Bam Rodriguez, that world title, and that was just amazing. It's come up in weight class and go out there and fight like that. And that's what I'm looking forward to doing this year.
When those guys come back in, they fight on Saturday, they come back in the gym Tuesday or something, and they have this belt around their shoulder, around their waist. How inspiring, motivating is that for you as well?
It just makes me hungry for that. I'm hungry for that to get that too. I see them do it, and I know it's possible for me to do it as well.
What do you want to say to the fans in closing before we let you go and see you in the ring this Saturday night against Jeovannis Barraza in Costa Mesa, California?
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody that's been supporting me to this point, and yeah, show up, guys. It's gonna be a great night. Tune in on TV if you can't make it. It's gonna be a good night of fights.
Class act, undefeated, and future world champion Giovani Santillan. Thank you for a few minutes of your time, and we'll talk to you along the way.